Greetings friends, JawlessPaul here. So we have a new update for Witchfire. This new update adds a ton of new content. There's a whole new map, and it's probably the biggest map that they've made yet. It's really impressive. It's like super cool. It's in this like old city, and there's districts, and there's lots of things to explore there. I'll make a video about that specifically. There's a lot to do there, but there's also a new leveling system. They've added a leveling system that I've talked about in another video with these rosary beads, and these rosary beads are kind of like activated by having certain levels of things, which is great. There are two new weapons. There's Nemesis, which is this lever action rifle, and it kind of is around crits and marking targets, and you can get like burning from killing marked targets. And then there's Oracle, which can shoot through walls. I have a video talking about the gun specifically, but that's new. They've also added new levels to the Gnosis system. So rather than it being a lower number of levels, I think it goes to, let's see, what is, I've maxed it out. Maxed it out at level 6. And then we'll get to level 7 hopefully in a future update, but this truly is the biggest update that I've seen them put out, other than the initial release of the game, obviously. But having this brand new area and new ways to level up and to play. There's also a third gun that's being released, and I don't know for sure. I haven't found it yet because there's like a quest that you have to do, and I'll talk about the quest in another video, but it takes a long time, and I think I'm not able to do it yet. I actually got the game about 2 weeks early. The devs reached out and sent me a preview of the new update, so I've had a chance to play it. I've played it for about 20 hours, so I've really had a chance to explore a lot of the stuff in the game, and it's great. I'm really excited about it. All right, so this is Velmorn. This area, like I said, super cool, very big area. Not only is there the big large overworld, but there's also sewers and caves underneath the world, which are super cool to explore. The map is kind of divided up into districts, and in each district there are different kind of mini bosses. You've got one right here, one here, and one here, and they drop different items. When you first get to Velmorn, there are areas of the game that are locked off to you. They're locked, and you're unable to get through without certain items like keys and other items. This gun is amazing because you're able to shoot through walls. So like that guy. Oh, actually, there's a bunch of guys. We can see them all through the wall. I can shoot them through the wall. It's kind of amazing. It's as good as it sounds. They've also added a bunch of new enemies to the game. So most of these enemies that you're seeing, you've probably never seen before. There's halberdiers is a new one. There are swordsmen, let's see, I think they're called like duelist swordsmen. Let's take critical chain here. Let's switch over to Nemesis for a bit. So that's a bladesman is what they're called bladesmen. Kind of cool. They have kind of like a ranged attack that they can do, but they also can like rush you, as all of them do. That was from I believe that was from yeah, that was just an ice bomb. Okay, here's another one. Oh gosh. Let's get out of here. This is an executioner. Executioners are very cool enemies, I think. They've got these giant axes. They can leap around. Oh my gosh, I got hit on a rock there. Just awesome massive attacks. Oh wow, 2 healing elixirs? That seems kind of crazy. But this map has so many new enemy types. We've seen 3 of them. I don't know that I've seen an update where they added so many different types of enemies. All right, so that was two groups, and there's a 3rd group over there. There's a lot of enemies in this area, just in this initial area. Let's go with Cascade, I guess. But yeah, as I was saying, so we're just in the outskirts right now. This is kind of like the little village outside of the city proper. There's lots of little traps lying around. You can hear those. And just because I'm kind of annoyed by having to fight all these enemies right now, I'm just gonna use crossbow. Hopefully we can. Oh man, we didn't get. Sometimes the crossbow. Oh wow, that was an easy one. Sometimes the crossbow is really underwhelming, right? Very underwhelming. Burning enemies receive even more damage. Let's do it. Let's do it. One other thing that I've noticed with the update is there's a way more vegetation now than there used to be, like more vegetation to collect. So when you first start, these 2 entrances are actually blocked and you can't get in that way. So I'm gonna try to simulate what it's like in that first attempt. But yeah, once you unlock them, they stay unlocked. I believe this one is open to you, so you can walk through this way into this entrance. You can also walk up this way. I'm going to show you something over here. So there's this awesome bridge with like, there's just so many different areas. They've really used the vertical axis a lot in this update. Like it's really, really cool. It reminds me a lot of like areas in like a Dark Souls game. Like they use that, or like Elden Ring, where you've got lots of different areas to go explore, and you can see them from far away because of the use of verticality. So these guys have an attack. I'll show you kind of like what their attack looks like. They've got like a basic swing, but they've also got this like charge. Yeah, you see that? They got a charge that they can do. So this gun is kind of interesting because it marks enemies, and then your crits do more damage. But the weapon. The weapon reloads like a shotgun, which I think is sort of, it's fine, but it makes it a bit difficult to reload. I actually have one of my rosary beads. One of my rosary beads right now is an ammo preservation bead, so firing occasionally doesn't consume ammo. This one is amazing, I think. It's one of my favorites. But yeah. So you can also go into the sewers, and this is one of the entrances to the sewers. There's also like sewer grates that you can find, these circles on the map. Not this one, but these little ones. Little circles on the map are sewer grates that you can enter the sewers through. And so that's another way to get around the map, is by going through the sewers. Here, I'll show you. So these are normally closed, and you need a special tool to get them open. All right, as you can hear, there are now like these little creatures, and I'll show you. This is for those of you who don't like spiders. I apologize, but this is some of the enemies in the game now. Are these little spiders? They're new. They're new. So I don't know if you like spiders or not. There are some areas of the game that I have not been able to get access to yet. Because they did not give us access to the boss. So the boss is something that I have not been able to use, and I won't be able to until the game updates. But it's coming out today, so I'm planning to stream and hopefully take out the boss. Should be a really good time. I'm excited. I'm also excited because I think we have to fight the boss. Okay, this is what one of those doors looks like. We actually have to fight the boss in order to... we have to fight the boss, I think, in order to get that new gun. Okay, so yeah, there's also these eggs. So they are preying on a lot of arachnophobia style fears. Also the aliens fears. I don't love what they've done with that. I've never loved the... I mean, I love the Aliens franchise, don't get me wrong. I love Aliens. However, they are terrifying. These little spider things are... Wow, that one flew. They are terrifying. Anyway, I'm not going to get too deep into this because I plan on making a guide for the map itself. But needless to say, there are a lot of things to explore. Like, we're just under the map right now, exploring down here. So there's just tons and tons of things to do and to explore. This you can open up, but I'm pretty sure they haven't like fully utilized. There's some secret areas that I've found that don't actually have like they're not fully implemented yet. So hopefully with the update coming out today, we'll see some more of that. Okay, that's just those are just those the ambush things are the worst. Oh, I hate those guys so much. Okay. Okay, apparently we need to get another kill before we're able to see through walls again, or shoot through walls. Oh, there's the warden. Kinda hate the warden. Darn. It seems like the warden can see you a lot more easily than he used to be able to. Anyone else notice that? The warden can see much farther away than he used to. Okay, there's another one. Perfect. Not so bad, especially not when you get kind of these upgraded guns. Okay, what else do I want to show you on this map? Just generally, maybe I can show you one of the mini bosses before we finish up here. I'll walk down and show you this new mini boss. They're all really cool. There's one type of new enemy, or actually two types of new enemies that we haven't seen yet. And the mini boss is like a souped up, more difficult version of the new enemy type. So right over there, the sepulcher is a large, I believe they're called grave diggers, is the type of enemy. This guy is super difficult. In fact, I'm a little bit nervous because I find that this sniper rifle is amazing, but the yeah, as you can see, just got tons of health, but they shoot these like explosions of blight. Oh gosh. Reload. Oh, you can get through that door. Yeah, I think we're gonna get him. All right. Whew, we got him. Drops a second Mysterium incantation. Sometimes these mini bosses drop second Mysterium incantations. Sometimes they even drop third Mysterium incantations. But yeah, that is just a very brief introduction to the new update. I think it's definitely worth checking out. If you haven't picked up Witchfire for a while, this update is definitely a good time to jump back in, Most likely, if you didn't see the last update, there's tons of new systems, new weapons in the game. Let's see, can I get out close? Okay, I have to go all the way over there. Maybe not. But yeah, check it out. It's definitely worth your time to jump back in if you haven't in a while. This city is totally worth exploring and is super fun. And that brings me to another thing that they added to the game, which I think is super cool. If you jump back into the game, you'll be thrown into this area. And this is a new kind of introductory area of the game, just kind of showing you some new mechanics. And it also shows how you get to the hermitorium the first time. So it's just teaching you the basics of how to shoot, how to fight enemies. And it's nothing too crazy, but it's a really cool introduction. There's tons of stuff to explore, but and then there's these witch prayers that you'll occasionally see, like their silhouettes. And you follow it along, and it's just teaching you new basic concepts. But I think it's just cool. They're showing they've got like an introduction to some of the concepts. Like they realized that people did not know that you could dash like that. Something that if you didn't get taught that, I guess people miss out on that key feature. There's a poison lake, which I think is actually cool. I don't believe we've ever had like poison lakes or poison pools in the game. It's always been like clouds that you walk through. I think this is an awesome environmental feature that I hope that they use it. I hope that they use it more. So we collect some climbing gear. There's some ammo over here, although I don't really need ammo right now. Fight a few goons. But I think this is great. You know, when the game first came out, I think we had, oh gosh, this gun, tell you what. I think we had, like, you know, you would go into, what is it, the Island of the Damned, and that's fine. Like, it kind of gives you a sense of the, like, some of the goals of the game. Whoops, I didn't get it. Can I punch that out? I did. I punched it out of the air. Good for me. But then, yeah, it shows you kind of, it wants to teach you, like, about map icons. So it's showing you that this is a difficult part of the map. Dangerous grounds. But I think it's just good from getting people to learn the game and get introduced to the game. Darn. Okay. And they added rosary beads. I talked about that already, but that's where you find one of them. It's a very cool one. But I love how you find, like, shadows of former prayers. And there, down below, is the hermitorium, just like we remembered. And so you use this tree and you can climb down. Now at first I wasn't sure if you could ever get back without just starting a new character, but this is where we always used to start in the hermitorium. But now you can climb back up to the outskirts if you want to go explore it again, or if you just want to level up in kind of an easier area. But yeah, that is some of the new stuff in the update. I hope that you are enjoying it, and I hope you check it out. It's super cool. Anyway, friends, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.